So you're thinking about taking a digital photography class at Haven. This video is designed to help you make that decision. Haven has lots of great electives to choose from, so I'm glad to have an opportunity to share some student work and descriptions of what we cover in our class. We have full, vibrant, mixed grade level classes in photography. Hybrid learning has presented some challenges this year, but our class has been able to adapt successfully. I'm really looking forward, though, to seeing students back for our typical classroom layout and our normal procedures next year. A little about me. I'm finishing my 16th year of teaching, my 6th in public education, and my 3rd at Strath Haven High School. I'm a native of rural Western Pennsylvania, a graduate of the University of the Arts in Philadelphia, and the owner of an adopted one-eyed horse. I've got more teaching background in ceramics and student journalism than I do in photography and video, but in a way, this challenges me to be a better teacher. I'm often learning with and from my students, and I can't remember the last day I experienced any time in the classroom that was boring. I laugh a lot, and my students will tell you that Miss Plows almost always has 24 ounces or more of Wawa coffee in my hand. Digital photography is designed to be an introductory level visual art course where we explore the elements and principles of design, composition, and technical aspects of photography. We have DSLR cameras in the studio that students generally take turns using on structured photo shoots around the school community. Simultaneously, we learn tools like Adobe Lightroom and Adobe Photoshop to edit and manipulate photos into works of art. This course is a prerequisite for either Digital Photography 2 or Video and Broadcast Production, 2 new courses that we just launched this year. We've designed the curriculum in media arts so that students can take up to 4 classes in our media lab if you choose to do so. Either Digital Photography 1 or Visual Communications is the prerequisite for either Digital Photography 2 or Film and Broadcast Productions. The introductory level course and the second level courses can also be taken in sequence, so you can spend up to 4 semesters in our lab if you choose to do so. The 2021 school year really taught me to emphasize this advice. The best camera is the one you have with you. For most of us, that's our smartphone. In 2020, there's a lot of contemporary photographers who primarily work with a smartphone, so it's really not a second fiddle option to the DSLRs. It's just different from how we've approached the course in the past. Prior to 2020, students used exclusively the DSLR cameras in our studio to take pictures. Moving into the future, I'm thinking about a lot more flexibility in camera choices, especially for photo shoots that happen outside of class hours. There's no need to purchase a camera for this course. We'll make sure that you have the tools that you need to take photos if you decide to take a photography or visual communications class. We typically have 2 outside of class assignments each week. Weekly practice is assigned early in the week and you work on it at your own pace. There's usually 3 options. Humans of Strath Haven does come out of our class. You can choose to do a written response, or you can choose to take 10 to 15 photos on a theme. Weekly practice is designed to encourage an independent photography habit. And then there'll be 1 photography shooting assignment that will take you beyond class time to take photos in a different environment than the school. Everything else has dedicated class time for support. So what will we cover in the course? Well, first of all students will learn the basics of working with DSLR cameras, both in automatic and in manual mode, in all sorts of settings and lighting conditions. We'll learn the basics of working with Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Lightroom, which are industry standard tools for enhancing and manipulating your photos into works of art. We'll learn the guidelines of composition, which are ingredients that any creator can mix like a recipe to improve the visual interest of their photographs. We'll learn about color theory and how you can work with different color schemes to create a sense of emotion in your shots. We'll study portraiture, beyond the selfie, how you can take pictures of people that tell a story. Speaking of storytelling, we'll learn about photojournalism and how photographers use their work to tell really important stories, especially stories that uplift voices that might not otherwise be heard. And you'll have the opportunity to take photos at school events and share your work. This quote from the photographer Dorothea Lange sums up why I love teaching photography so much. There are plenty of career opportunities today in media arts, but it's still a valuable course, even if you're headed in a completely different direction. Learning to see, learning to notice what you might not have noticed before, enhances your life. It's worth exploring. Here's some of what our students have been saying about our photography classes. Please reach out by email or explore our class's website from the past year if you'd like to review our syllabus or see some examples of student portfolios. You can find our class's work on Instagram on 3 different pages to follow along with our student work. Good luck with your elective choices and as you move into the next school year.